everybody, it's me Garmanza92 and we have another MotoGP 21 video for you today. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. If you do, thank you so much. And don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos as they drop onto the channel. So, with that being said, as I did say, we are back with a MotoGP 21 video. We will try and crack on. Hopefully, we can get that Yamaha Factory Monster Energy contract. If we do, that would be really great for us. Obviously, it's the team we want to be with. But we are going to come up with a backup plan just in case we don't. I think we've only got about 2 weeks to make the decision on what we do as the rider for next year, the team that we want to be with the next year. Do we stay with KTM? Do we try and look for somewhere else? Or do we try and hold out for that Yamaha contract? As I said, we've only got 2 weeks. So let's jump straight back in and find out what Grand Prix we have in store for us today. Okay, so here we go. Obviously, apologies again. This is not live footage. Unfortunately, we're still getting a little bit of an issue with internet, but we seem to have it sorted and we could be bringing some live footage very soon. So, we look back at the in-progress negotiations. We've obviously got that Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP contract, and we are just thinking about a backup plan. So what if we don't get that contract? Another team that we could possibly want to ride for. So we've got a low chance of Honda Racing Team. That was another team I was thinking of. But we have got a high chance of the Ducati. And I haven't been with the Ducati very much. So we do choose the Ducati contract. Hopefully one that might entice in the Yamaha Energy boys to go, oh, hang on a minute. He could go to our rivals in the championship with the Yamaha and the Ducati rivalry that are in real life. Hopefully that can diverge into the game. But yeah, so we got a little bit of a backup plan with the Ducati contract there. Obviously in 10 weeks we should know. Would be nice to know a little bit earlier than that, but we shall see. So the next race we've got 4 left. So 4 races left. We got the Chang International Circuit next after our 4th place in Motegi. It was a wet Motegi. It looks like the track is going to be wet on FP1. But then for the rest of the weekend it's going to be dry. So let's see how we can get on. Like I said, a wet first free practice, so probably not the best conditions around the Chang International Circuit. I do like this circuit. It's quite a flat circuit, not many hills and stuff like that. So we'll see how we get on. So development tests, tyre test 137.1 on each compound. We've got the electronic test, basically changing one of your values to, or all of the values to lower than 5 and get a valid lap of 137.0. Clean lap with a long lap, 140.0. Gain access to Q2, so hopefully get straight through to Q2, which we try and do anyway, lap by lap. Improve your time for 3 consecutive laps while keeping it under a 137.3 and get the best sector time in Sector 2 during the race. So yeah, we're on the soft wets to start with. We're going to go out in FP3 and see how we can get on. I will touch back with you guys when we have finished FP3 and see what sort of pace we've got in the driver qualifying. So, obviously this isn't live footage, so this is the end of FP3. We don't do too badly in free practice. Obviously you can see there that we did get the fastest lap. We did get the fastest lap in FP2 as well. We were a bit off the pace in the wet though, to be fair. So yeah, finding it a little bit difficult in the wet around this track. A little bit harder to get your traction down on the rear tyre. And little bits and bobs like that. So yeah, here we go for qualifying. It's clear in qualifying and it's cloudy during the race, so that might be good for tyres, because something we have noticed is tyres are hungry. So Miguel Oliveira and Franco Morbidelli there making it through from Q1, so congrats to them. They join us. We haven't got many tyres to choose from with the rear tyres, so we go for a soft medium to start our first run, and yeah, see how we can get on through that. So as we go out into the garage, we just sort of try and get ourselves ready for the Grand Prix, try and get ourselves up the ladder. So we are going to join in our fastest lap. So we have come in for tyres. As you can see, my previous lap there was a 131.1. I did notice as well that with your fuel, you basically get out there, do a lap, and you've one shot at it. So the tyre on the soft gets really hot in the rear really quickly. Sorry, in the medium actually. it gets really hot on the medium, so you have to be careful with which rear tyre you pick. We go very wide into turn 1, but it does mean we can use Maverick Vinales' slipstream down this main straight. So we don't want to get in his way, so we go around the outside of him. Obviously, there's a lot of red sectors there on the left-hand side. Miguel Oliveira, red. Alex Rins, red. We go around, we're at +5 at the moment. There's a crash. Alicia Spargo crashes behind us. So, we come up, we're at .3. We were going wide here, so this is where we'll make the time up. Which we do. We make quite a lot of time up there. So it's not a perfect lap, but we are up by .2 on our time already. So, as I said, in previous laps we were going wide there, but it doesn't give you the track limit, doesn't give you an invalid lap for some reason, a bit strange. We were also losing it here, having the back end swirl out on us, getting us wide, so that'll give us time, which it does. So as we come into turn 9 now, we are up on our time, or down on our time, should I say, but up on our on the qualifying pole position. So we gain a lot of time through here with the soft tyres. We brake into the final corner. Get it a little bit screwy out of there, but we get up and we are down on our time by .6, and we go across the line on a 1:30.6, and we claim that pole position with 20 seconds left of the session. I don't think anyone will beat that time, or we didn't think anyone would beat that time. And they didn't. We did finish with a 1:30.6, and we managed to clinch that pole position in the end. As I did say, I do enjoy this circuit, so yeah, we shall take that as a result. And we will still push on for the race. We feel quite comfortable here. It's very easy to get round this circuit. Nice flowing track. The only thing you need to be careful of is the rear tyre coming out on you. So yeah, as you can see, we don't have many tyres left. We used quite a few tyres. Would have used more, obviously, if we wouldn't have had that wet FP1. So we go with the soft front and a medium rear. Hopefully, with it being clear and cloudy, it means temperature's a little bit lower. Does mean that we can get a little bit more out of our tyres. So Jorge Martin's going for a soft front, and Alicia Spargo's on exactly the same tyres as we are. So, and Maverick Vinales is, I'd say quite a few of the riders have actually gone with a soft front and a medium rear. So we've obviously chose the right set of tyres there. So we set up. We are on the grid, ready to start the Taiwanese Grand Prix in the Chang International Circuit. So here we go. When the lights are out, we are a go now. We have Quartararo up the inside of us at the moment as we break into turn 1. He goes wide and he knocks himself down there. I didn't think he was going to stay on that, but fair play. That's unfortunate for him. Jorge Martin comes up beside us. We're going to brake a little bit there. We don't want to be running into the back of Jorge Martin, so we go turn it into turn 3 and keep it out for turn 4. Oh no, turn 3, just one corner, sorry. Apologies. So this here would be turn 4. We get past Jorge Martin there as we use a little bit of his slipstream. We go easy into this corner, rear wheel slips out on you with the medium. Onto the brakes. We're down on 1 lap of fuel, but that should come back as we go through the lap. We are already nearly half a second in front of Jorge Martin. As I said, I do think we have pace in this circuit for the win. I also think we could probably clear off, actually. We did quite a good race. Well, not I'd say race trim, but we did a few laps on the medium, so in FP2 I think that was. And we were quite consistent around here. As I said, very nice track, nice flowing track, nice couple of corners. We come into the final corner, heavy on the brakes. We've already gained 0.4 fuel. Ah, we go a bit wide there, actually. Heavy onto the brakes, extremely wide a little bit. So we cross the line, and we are already a second in front. We have another 6 laps left. We turn into turn 1. Got the rear wheel skipping out slightly. Going to cost us on that, cost us being on the curbs there. So we're coming down into turn 3. The little kick that is turn 2 is obviously previously gone. This is turn 3. 1 corner, not 2. Nicely done out of there. As I said, 1.2 seconds already. We definitely have the pace on our on the rest of the field around this circuit. Get a lovely feel with the KTM now. Obviously, we've done a whole season pretty much on it. We've only got 3 races left. Australia. I can't remember the one in the middle off the top of my head now, but we've got Australia, then one left, and then Valencia obviously at the end. So we go round turn 8. Come out of turn 8. Get onto the curbs there, makes it a little bit screwy. You can lose some time doing that. You can just about hold the acceleration through this corner and then through this corner as well. Full chat through here. A little bit of lean. Onto the brakes. Again into the final corner. Do we hold it this time? No, we don't. We go slightly wide. Not as wide as we did last time. We're not going to go over the curves to try and keep the speed. And we get a 131.6 for our first sort of flying lap, if you like. Not with the start. Again, we get on the curbs on exit into turn out of turn 1. This is the little kink of turn 2. Lovely turn that is, nice and easy. Right, onto the brakes. Here we go. Get it stopped for turn 3, which we do get it stopped for turn 3. So we are 2.2 seconds in front of Jorge Martin. Jem and Zarco behind them. So brilliant result for the Pramac team at the moment. Alicia Spargo doing a very commendable 4th there on the Aprilia. And then we've got Miguel Oliveira, Maverick Vinales, Jorge Martin, Johan Mir, and Marc Marquez. Rounds your top 8. As we come round, onto the gas. Brake just before you get to the bridge for turn 8. Probably braked a little bit early there, but it won't matter us too much. So we go round turn 9. We're saving our fuel. We don't need it. We're 3.3 seconds in front now, so we don't need to use power map in 3. Oh, Jorge Martin's crashed. No. The Pramacs were doing so well. That means Joe Zarco's now behind us, and he is 3.8 seconds further back than what his teammate was, so that's unfortunate there. Maybe pushing just that little bit too hard around that last sector. We don't get on the curves for this one, so we're going to make time up. Coming down this straight, we don't need to use power map in 3, so we're not going to. We'll have a quick tyre check. So it looks like the medium rear is the correct tyre to use. It's holding out on us at the moment. We've got 7 laps to do. We are on lap 4, and it is just over halfway, so tyres look good for the race. So we now come down onto the brakes nice and early for turn 4. Don't get the rear wheel sliding out on you so much. We're trying to go for a quicker lap than a 131.6 here. We don't need to be pushing, but especially with me, like the game, like real life actually, the 1 minute you lose your rhythm, you start making mistakes. So it's very much hit your markers, brake when you need to, accelerate when you need to, do the consistent times that you're capable of, and just let the race come to you, really. Obviously, we are feeling very comfortable around this circuit, so it is very easy for us to get speed. As we again come down into the final corner, do we get it stopped this time? We'll count that. So we're going to come out, we're going to cross the line, and another fastest lap of the race with a 131.2. So a good lap from us. Can we keep that sort of momentum? And as I said, keep hitting our braking points, keep hitting our acceleration when we need to, keep hitting our markers, making the corners, and have a nice, successful, very clean, apart from the beginning there, but that wasn't us. Fabio Quartararo clearly goes over the top of the curbs and hits into the first corner, so we couldn't do nothing about that. So we're 4.7 seconds in front. We're on the 5th lap of 7. That's what it can do. See the way the bike was leaning with the rear wheel there. You get a little bit of a slide into that corner, and it can push you really wide, lose you a lot of time. So we did well to hold that. So Come round turn 6, round turn 7. Get on the curbs a little bit there. That'll cost us some time. Yeah, look, 200 to a second. Nearly 300 to a second there. And again, we go wide. See the way that bike drifts off? You get the slide in the rear wheel and you don't get the traction that you want to. We're starting to feel it now. We've got a lot of time on the riders behind us, Zarco at the moment. So yeah, starting to make a few mistakes with that rear tyre as the tyre wear goes down, the grip levels decrease. We basically make the apex of that corner, but we are nearly a second down on our time. That was our first 1:32 of the race. So as we go into the last 2 laps there, you can see the rear wheel starting to skip out a lot more as we not struggle as such, but we start to come to terms with a worn medium rear tyre as we go very tentative into turn 3 there, and very tentative onto the acceleration out of the corner, but we hold it. As we brake into turn 4, get the rear wheel skipping out again. We've lost a lot of time on this lap. 0.8, but we are still 4.8 seconds in front of the rest of the grid. So we come round turn 6, flick it right to turn 7. Rear wheel's trying to skip out on us all the time. In the change of directions, it's skipping out as it does there. Sends us a little bit wide. We stay off the curbs for that corner though. Don't get it as much into this one. Hopefully we can gain some time there. Don't think we shall be gaining quite a lot, but we gain a little bit. So we come round the corner, come down onto the brakes into the final corner here. Do we hit the apex? No, we don't. We go wide. It just means we sit the bike up just before we go off the track. Another 1:32.1, so we are losing time. We're not losing time on the rest of the field, but we are losing time as per our tyre grip. I think is the main issue that we are having towards the end of this race. I would have said the rest of the riders are doing the same because they're not gaining on us. So I don't think they've got the pace with a worn or used tyre either. We come round onto the acceleration out of turn 3. We haven't lost as much time into sector 1 as we normally do. As we come across into turn 4, brake very tentative, get the rear wheel skipping out again, and lose nearly half a second in just that sector. So, or sorry, just that corner almost, really. So we come round out of turn 6, flick it right for turn 7 again, up over the curbs. Don't want to be on them curbs, all those curbs. Rear wheel going to slide out on us again here. But we use a little bit more front brake to try and counteract that steer and get us around the corner, which works. As we go into turn 9 and out of turn 9, keep it left for turn 10. Try and keep off the curbs on the inside, and the same with 11. And then try and keep the curbs on the outside of turn 11. Onto the brakes for the final corner. Can we make the corner? As we go round the final corner, 5.6 seconds in front of Zarco. So Zarco's having a lot of issue with tyres there. And we cross the line. It is another win for us, which is a good result. And we commanded that win. We did well from the front, but we did not get fastest lap. Well, Jack Miller was a 1:30.8. Marc Marquez 1:30.9. Fabio Quartararo a 1:29.9. Wow, what a lap that is. He must have been pushing. And that must have come at the last lap of the race, so his tyres were good. So we are 65 points now in front of Johan Zarco, who is now second in the championship. Our team are fourth in the championship, still 95 points behind the Ducati team. Could be the team we go to next year, who knows. And we are back in the Constructors' Championship. We are back on top, and we are probably top of Ducati, even though they've got 0 points there. Deficit because of wins, because no doubt we have had the most wins. So yeah, good result for us. Miguel Oliveira as well on the podium, so he would have contributed to that KTM Constructors Championship points and made us leap up for the championship. We could win the Constructors as KTM as well. Hopefully Miguel and Brad can help us out. Obviously the other KTM Tech 3 boys aren't as quick, aren't as good, so It is what it is. We can get to terms with the bike. However, they are struggling. As were a lot of riders in the end of that. So there is our chief, our crew engineer, picking up his trophy. And there we are, picking up our next victory. Can't even think about how many victories we've had. As our rookie season comes to a close with the last couple of races of this season to be played for. So we pick up the reputation. Pick up a lot of reputation. 16,500. Is that going to be the difference to us getting that Monster Energy Yamaha contract? We're hoping so. Research data. We didn't really focus on research data after speaking all of those out. We gained Q2 and we did best sector. I mean, we haven't really been developing this bike. We know we were never going to want to stay with the KTM. We do have a proposal received. What is our proposal received? Oh, so okay. So it's the Ducati team. They want us to finish every race in top 5 position, and they also expect you to achieve at least 3rd place in the championship. So they aren't asking for us to win it. But we do have that contract. It is for 2 seasons though, with a 405,000 buyout clause or termination clause. Oh, so that's interesting. Okay. So Petronas Yamaha contract proposal refused. We know that. We have also received another negotiations, and I think that is just the Factory team trying to keep us for next year. Unfortunately, we won't be staying with them. Excuse me. We won't be staying with them at all. The only thing we are noticing at the moment is the GP goal bonus times 20. 27,000, considering KTM's 34,000. We could negotiate it. We could try and change it. We'd like over 30, really. And we could bump up the championship goal bonus. Obviously, we would like to get... we would genuinely like to win the championship again. It'd obviously be really nice to win as many championships as the likes of Marc Marquez has done, or Valentino Rossi has done. But yeah, we can look at that in the next sort of video. We've got one more week. There's one more week to wait for to see if we could get that energy contract. So hopefully, maybe we get a decent result in Australia, and they could talk to us about maybe hopefully come to us with a negotiation and see. I reckon they're waiting for us to win the championship, which technically, if we've got the points deficit of over 50, I think it is at the end of this, then we should win the championship. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Okay, so there we are. That is what we have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We have got our backup plan. We've got the offer there from the Ducati factory team. So we've got one more race, Australia Grand Prix, which we will do in the next video. Hopefully after that video we can decide as to whether we're going to get the Monster Energy contract or if we're going to go with the Ducati contract. So both factory rides, we have got a factory contract, so we are going to be with the factory team next year. Obviously this year we are with the satellite KTM Tech 2 or Tech 3 team. So yeah, improvements for next season, which is good with us at the top of the championship at the moment. Hopefully in the last 2 races we can get some decent results as well, and we can be looking for the to win the championship in our first season after getting drips with the bike a little bit more, understanding the way the MotoGP bikes ride in this game. Obviously this is our rookie season as well, so it's a good result for us. Yeah, going to see a lot of changes coming to the channel. Obviously this is the first one, doing this last little bit at the end. We're going to change a few bits more as well. Maybe some of the lookout, some of the intro and stuff like that's a little bit outdated. Obviously we've been doing this for nearly a year, so it'd be nice to try and keep it fresh, keep it updated, keep it new. But yeah, so that's it. With that being said, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe so you don't miss anything that I praise, anything that I bring to the channel. And don't forget the notification bell so you don't miss any of my live drops or any of my videos as they come onto the channel live. With that being said, I'll see you on the next video.